the lake again, of course. I've been out here for about 30 minutes. It's windy. It's overcast a little bit. It's blowing off already. They're calling for rain later. But it's going to be windy all day. 7 to 14 miles an hour, depending on, I guess, where you're at. And it's always windier on the lake. So, but I'm going to do a little fishing this morning and hit around the edge up here where the wind's not blowing so bad. Try to. If I can get this thing down in there. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's good there. I got my coffee. I done blew up on the bank here. The wind's terrible. I got up in this cove, set my phone up. Good morning. I had to get up in this cove where I could set my phone. It's so windy. It was blowing me all over the place over there. Worked my butt off. I've come against the current so I could get up here, and then when I get ready to fish, I can just float back down. I don't have to paddle. Just keep myself straight. So anyway, I'm going to spin around so we can look at the woods. I wasn't over here yesterday. This is a new spot, so might see some structures or something. I'm going to do a couple of whoops here. See if I can pretty good up in them woods off this lake. There's not a lot of people out here. It's very, very quiet. It is spooky quiet out here. There's nobody on the lake yet. There will be later, especially tomorrow. But I was out here yesterday. I was like all alone. I saw a couple boats. First hour I was out here, I didn't see but like 2 boats. And then a little bit later, I saw a couple kayakers. But they're out here. They spotted more this is Montgomery County. It's spotted more here than anywhere in North Carolina. Even the mountains. It's not even. They don't even spot them as much in the mountains as they do up here. Of course, there's a lot. There's 60,000 acres here for them to hide out in. Seems like they don't do much hiding up in here. Somebody sees one every weekend. It seems like. Let's cast out there. That water yesterday was smooth when I got up in the coves, but it's bad out there. I'm telling you, it's windy. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. Get ready to start the weekend, hopefully. Nice weekend ahead. I'm leaving tomorrow though, so I can go to church with my son up in Shelby. Don't have to rush Sunday morning, but I'm gonna spin around and look at that out there. It's beautiful, but it's windy out there. You can see how choppy the water gets out of this cove. Actually, it was chilly when I come out from having my canoe kayak docked. I started paddling against the wind, and it was actually cold. What's up, Bill? Good morning, brother. I'm out here early this morning. I had to get up in a cove, man. It's so windy out there. I come down here about 6:30, and it was terrible. So I went back up there and made me some coffee on the campfire and drank about a half a cup. And I said, heck with it, I'm going. So I got down here and paddled against the wind. That way, when I go back, I can drift down past the grass and cast a little bit. But I want to get up in here and look at some of these woods around the edge. It is beautiful. I took some pictures of sunset last night. It was orange. Oh God, it was beautiful. I sent my wife some pictures, and I put some on my Facebook, Tarheel Bigfoot Facebook page. It was gorgeous out here last night. I mean, it was just like a picture. I took a picture across there, and it was orange, and oh, it was just so pretty, so pretty. Bill, I wish I was last night. Didn't get much action. I didn't walk no trails. I'm not going to do that out here in this forest by myself. I've said that on every video when I come up here. But this is the place where I've always tried to do them live videos and cannot get a signal. And I didn't think it'd be no different when I came up here, but I gave it a try, and I know now I can get a signal on the lake, but I cannot get a signal out there in the forest anywhere, which that makes sense. You know, there's no trees out here, but you'd think I'd be able to get a signal somewhere in that forest. But I've tried 7, 8 places out in the forest, and I cannot get a signal nowhere. And then I go up to the other place up Kings Mountain, which is 45 minutes from my house. It's this old battleground. It's beautiful up there too. But I got blessed to get signal up here and doing some videos, and some of them like, look at that stuff. Look at that. Oh, that moss. That is some heavy stuff right there. If you get, my hook gets in it, you can't hardly reel it in. You get a piece the size of a baseball, and it's worth it's 4 or 5. They don't have that around my house. None of them lakes around my house. This stuff is terrible. I accidentally got in it too. Look at this stuff. Let's see if I can get a little shovel full of it. Look at this stuff. It's everywhere. But once you get out, it's all up in these coves. But once you get out here away from the edge, it's not so bad. Make sure it's thick. Yeah, I know they do. My phone's about full, so I can't really do much. But I've done like a 3 or 4 minute video. I found a asterisk on the ground. It's like the guy was with me said it was 2 arrows. It was like an arrow north and an arrow pointing south, and then an X on top of that. It was really cool, and I found that, and there was that was laying on the ground, and then there was an X right next to it, and a tree arch right there, all 3 of them together. And not far was a couple tree breaks. And my phone started going crazy when I got up near that stuff. And I'm like, was this a portal or something? All these things right here together? Some kind of portal, or just something that maybe they was there watching me and just like, oh no, he's not going to take pictures of my stuff. But it was amazing how my phone started jumping, and I was not on live internet. I was just filming. Just taking a regular old film. Let me get down here where I can read you. Let's see. Wow. Last night? Oh my goodness. Was you live? Or you're just out with your buddy? Wow. See, that's why I won't go out here by myself at night. Yeah, so you couldn't get it. But I just don't want to go out in here. And then you got that other thing that hangs out with them sometimes, or runs with them, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, and it out here, and I don't want to mess with that by myself. I wouldn't want to mess with that with 20 people with me. But anyway, the daytime's a little different. This forest is one spooky place. They're all spooky at night, but I don't know, something about this place. And these gravel roads, 5, 6 miles long, you know, before you see another one, you ride down them old gravel roads. Winding, you never know what's going to be around the next curve. It's spooky. I enjoy it, but it is spooky. But there's a couple of up near the house. I go out by myself on on the trails during the day, but not here. It was spooky in the campground last night, knowing people were there. Yeah, the no names. uh, I hope the wind dies down. I'm glad to see that overcast burning off. I worked myself for about 20 minutes, as hard as I could go, to get up here to this cove where there's not much wind. And it's still kind of windy in here because this water is usually like glass in these coves. That's what I like. I like to go up in the coast where the water's just like glass, man. And even a dragonfly dipping down makes a ripple. I love that. Man, there's a lot of bobbers hanging around over here. People's lost. I don't even collect them anymore. I first got this kayak, every time I seen a bobber, I'd go get it. I got a big old gallon Ziploc baggie full of bobbers. I think I'm just gonna pedal around here, and that's the campground in front of me though. Not gonna see any structures up there. I'm gonna go over here so maybe I can see. Got this moss again. Just grabbing a hold of my paddle. Yeah, who was it? It was long. I think it might have been Mike, the Don Colantinio. I call it the Don. But I think he's the one that said it'll start picking up, which it makes sense, just like with the deers, in this time of fall approaching. He said something about it. I think it was him, and then somebody else I was watching said they'll start getting active. Oh, I know who it was. It was Ken and Melissa with North Carolina Bigfoot researchers. They come up here and bring their horses, and they camp up here 4 or 5 times a year for a week. And I met them up here about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and sit out there with them at the campground and talked with them for about 3 hours. And he was telling me it was going to start picking up in a few weeks. And so I guess he was right. Hey, Harold. Hey, buddy. I'm out here again this morning. I've been out here for about an hour, I guess. Maybe 45 minutes. Blessings to you too, Billy. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me for a while. Blessings to you and your family. Have a great weekend. What's up, Harold? Man, I got up here where the wind's not so bad. It's blowing probably, it's between 7 and 14 miles an hour, they say. I worked my butt off to get up here in this cove to where there wasn't no wind, but it's windy up here too a little bit. You can see the ripples. These coves are usually. Oh, Mike Live. Which Mike? Long Island Bigfoot or Paranormal MT? Probably Long Island. He's over here all the time. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. He gets on. That boy's the hardest working YouTuber I know. He really is, man. He is always doing something. Always just everywhere he goes, he shares his adventures, man. I'm telling you, he really does. I got out here. It's calmed down a little bit, but it was so windy. It was cold. And I thought I had to paddle. I couldn't quit paddling. I paddled for about 20 minutes to get around here. I figured, it's always more calm in the coast, but It's breezy up in this cove. Where I was yesterday, I'll head back that way and let the current take me, and I can fish. And all I gotta do is keep myself straight and let the current carry me that way. I don't have to work myself to death. Yeah, yeah, he does. Yeah. Have you seen his the one where he got that white Bigfoot standing there staring at him with the evil eyes? Did you see that one? That thing was staring at him for it stared looked at it for a long time. Have you seen that one? Man, that thing was wicked looking. It never did even blink. That was a good one. I seen it on another channel, one of those channels that showed different. They make a video with everybody else's little clips. I was watching it and it was showing trail cams and footage, and then I'm like, "Hey, that's our buddies. That's Mike's. A clip off of his video." That's pretty cool. This is on the. I'm over here now on the opposite side of the campground where I was at yesterday. The campground is actually on a point, and those coves I was in yesterday are on the opposite side. It was so pretty out here last night. Oh my God. The sunsets up here are gorgeous. I don't know if you've seen that picture I put out there. It's all orange and, oh God, it was so pretty. I took several pictures. Posted some of them on Tarheel Bigfoot and then put some on the regular Facebook. I couldn't believe it. I walked down there. I seen it was all orange out there. I'm like, well, I bet that's pretty. I walked down there and I was like, that's prettier than even my imagination thought it would be. I probably took 30 pictures. Beautiful. Oh yeah. I didn't get to meet Anthony. I wished I would have when I went to Spruce Pine. They were at Mike coming along with him to North Carolina, up in the mountains to a UFO convention. I guess is what you call it. Pretty big deal up there. People come from all over the place, and I went up there to meet Mike, and I got there. Anthony was he has a booth. He sets up at the conference. So he was up there at his booth in town, and I went to the campground to meet Mike, and me and Mike walked. We took us about an hour stroll. We didn't go very far, but I met this other buddy. I think his name might have been Andy. I forget the boy's name. Long-haired guy, younger than me, younger than Mike too. But that was cool to get to meet Mike and walk with him a little while. But I didn't get to meet Anthony. Oh, really? I'm not sure of the documentary you're talking about. I'm gonna check that out. Wow. Whoa, it's a big old fish over there. Goodness gracious, that big old splash. I'm gonna go over there if they coming out of that grass. Man, that was a huge splash. Yeah, I didn't know you got it. I'll check that out. I watched some of Anthony's stuff. I haven't watch no like a big long documentary or nothing. Not to watch I try to watch it too. I got so many people I'm subscribed to now. Well, like you are too, probably. But I'll have to check out. I'm not a big UFO fan, but I do check him out. I'll look and see some more other stuff. It's quiet out here again this morning. It's not as quiet because you can hear the wind blowing through the trees a little bit. When the gusts come, you can hear it. You know, you hear that wind walking through the trees. But it's still quiet. Nope. I haven't seen one boat. I haven't seen a kayak or a canoe. Not yet. It's supposed to rain p.m. That's okay. I won't be in it. I won't be in the rain. I'm gonna see if I can catch something over there where that big ass fish jumped up. That was a big old splash. Oh, last night my back started hurting. Fish a little bit. And I thought, no, I'm not even gonna start casting. Hurt my back. I'm gonna take some prednisone my wife sent me up here with in case I started hurting. I took some of those and fixed me a cup of coffee and went down there, and the fish were, you could see they were topping the water. They wasn't splashing, like they do in the mornings, but you could see them out there, the bass just going crazy, feeding on the bait fish. And I didn't want to walk all the way back up to my campsite to grab my fishing pole, so I didn't fish last night. But I wished I felt like it. I hope I do tonight, because one of the guys down there told me, he said they got real active. I was talking to him yesterday, and he said he'd been up here for a couple of days. He said, man, they got really active last night, about right before dark. And sure enough, they was. You could see them just popping up everywhere. So maybe I'll catch me some today or this evening. I'm gonna try not to wear myself out like I've been doing. I'll come out here and stay for 4 hours paddling around. That's too much. After I load I get here at 1 o'clock. Well, I got here at 12 and set my campsite up, which is a small campsite. It took me 45 minutes to set my campsite up, or an hour. And then I go unload my kayak, which is the hardest thing I have to do, is pick this kayak up and get it out and drag it down the path and launch it. And then go out there and paddle around for 4 hours after I load my campsite. I can't do that. I need to campsite up and get my kayak in the water and chill out for a little while before I go start paddling. And I'm gonna come out here this morning for about 2 hours, and I'm gonna eat me a late breakfast. I'm gonna eat breakfast about 10 o'clock and hang out at the campground, maybe walk a little bit on some trails around the campground and look for some structures. And because I want to be able to come out here tonight. Yeah, I was okay. I got to realize, man, I'm not accepting my age. I'm 65 next month. I'm not accepting my age very well. I'm pretty healthy, man. I really am. I'm strong. I can't. My son's told me the other day. He said, "Damn, Daddy, you strong as me." And he's 40. He's 46, and my other son's 38. And they said, "Damn, Daddy, you strong as we are." I said, "Yeah, but I can't last 2 minutes." I can't last long, man. My lungs, I've toasted them, man, with them cigarettes and fiberglass. Doing the heat and air. Been toasting my lungs. I just can't. Thing I do, man, I gotta hit that inhaler. And I don't have no cigarettes with me. It's not real hard when you, Harold. I've been. It hit me really a year ago. If you'll notice on my Facebook and stuff, that patio I built, I've done that by hand. I didn't rent not one piece of equipment. I've done all that by hand. I mean, I picked and shoveled, and I done it during the middle of the summer, 95 degrees. That's how healthy I was. And then I got some kind of chest infection. I don't know if it was COVID or that RBS or whatever they call it. That was it was exactly a year ago, and I've never got over it. Never got over it. I got short of breath, picking up yellow stuff out of my lungs, and I went to the doctor, and they gave me, got rid of the infection. But my lungs never have healed from it, and I don't know if that was that COVID or what it was. I have no idea, but it put a hurting on me. Yeah, it did kind of. Yeah, okay. Well, it does sneak up on you, but they told me I had COPD, and I knew I didn't have as much stamina, but it was not that bad, man. Until I got that last. I thought it was tip bronchitis like I get every year, but it wasn't. It was deadly. I mean, my son got it. He's 36, 38, and he wouldn't go to the doctor. When you're young and hard-headed, I used to be, but he coughed for 3 weeks. He took everything that they had at the CVS, and he coughed for 3 weeks before he quit, before he got over it. But he did. I don't know. Oh, you had the COVID? Wow, 2 years. Well, I know my great niece, her husband goes to the gym every day. He's one of those guys, and they eat strawberries for breakfast, stuff like that. And he's got big muscle, young man, and he got that COVID, and 8 months later I was talking to him. He said, man, it's been 8 months. He said, I still don't have my stamina back that I had before I got that shit. And like I say, he's one of them guys that eat strawberries for breakfast. Healthy, very healthy. One of them guys runs marathons and shit. And he said he that's what makes me so mad about it. It's man-made that they unleashed on us, man. Intentionally. That shit was done to us intentionally. All the money they saved, they killed off all the old people with that shit, and all the money they saved from taking care of old people, they sending it to foreign countries. Here I am politicking. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to politic here. I'm sorry. But that COVID, man, that stuff is. And then that RVS stuff, I don't know, that's some kind of thing. I think that's what I had, because I took a home COVID test, and so did my son, and we were negative COVID. That was our home test. That don't mean I think we done it right, but my doctor didn't seem to think I had COVID. But he sure popped me full of antibiotics and stuff. But I just think, maybe I ain't healed up from it. I don't know. Well, I'm back in this grass. This stuff's terrible. It's got that moss. Yeah, it just, I don't know. I think my wife had that stuff too. We don't know, man. We didn't have no diagnosis. My wife got sick there. Diarrhea and stomach cramps and real sore body aches and stuff. But she wasn't coughing. It didn't hit her lungs or something. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Don't you look, I don't know if you can see them houses in front of us, the mansions over there. That's the only spot on this lake that they've got houses. I guess that's the edge of the forest over there. Up there near my house, which I live near the lake. They, when I was a kid, there was no houses on that. And now there's houses all the way around it. All the way around it. Big, beautiful homes. Damn, them 4-story houses over there, man. Look at that. Wow, I'm gonna zoom in and look at them houses over there. I ain't over there, I know that. Them huge houses. I can't get in there far enough, but Wow. Yeah, they 3-story houses with a top, with a top part to them. Man, that wind's awful cold. I'm gonna get out there in that wind and let it push me around to the other side where I was at yesterday. The sun will be shining over there, and I think this point will block the wind off better than this over here, because the wind's coming right on me from my right side. You hear that wind? They ain't gonna let them build this forest full. Yeah, this is forest here. They're not gonna let them do that. Nope. I think that's just over there's like the edge of the highway is not far from there, and somebody owned that and probably sold it off in pieces. Became wealthy selling their land off a farm. Wow, did you see that? Did you see that fish jump? Hadn't seen any of that. Haven't seen much of that out here. I'm gonna throw out there though with a top water plug. I get. Might catch that big boy. I got a buddy. He's not a real good buddy, but I've known him for years. He's got a sponsor. He fishes. He's got a sponsor. He owns his own business and everything, but that's what he does. He fishes. He bought somewhere. He lives somewhere up on High Rock Lake, which is an extension of Bay Lake, kind of, and he moved up here on account of the bass fishing. I don't know where he lives, but he moved up here somewhere. They say it's bass and crappie. And that lake I went to last Thursday that I never did camp on is one of the best places around to fish in, because they stock it. They keep it stocked with bass and crappie. Yeah, man. He got a sponsor and get. I mean, he's got one of them real fast bass boats and best equipment, and he's been doing it for years. I mean, I've known him for 35 years, and he's doing that when I met him. So he wins a lot of money too. Harold, I know he won 50,000. I know he's won 25,000, and he won another 50,000 these are ones I know of. It was a buddy fishing, a 2-man thing. He won 50,000 there, so it was 25 apiece, I guess. Big old trophies and stuff. But he's a good fish. He's good at it. He catches a lot of big fish and wins a lot of trophies, and he's won a lot of money. I'll tell you that. He's probably won enough money to buy a home over the years. But then I know that he's won 50,000 2 or 3 times, and like say 10,000, 20,000. I think he probably fishes 4 days a week. I guess. I don't know. You see how that wind's moving me? I'm not even. I got to reel in and go get around there so I can quit coming backwards. I'm working myself to death, not going nowhere. I'm going to get to paddling and get out there where it's cold and windy. This weather changed pretty quick. From the 90s a month ago, up here it was in the 90s. Too hot to damn camp. To in the 70s. I think the highest it got that campground yesterday was like 76 degrees. And that's not too bad for being here in the south. Alright, I'm gonna get out here in this main channel is where the current's going and let it push me. All I gotta do is stay straight and I can work the edge of that grass over there. I'm gonna try to turn my phone a little bit too. Like that. Oh Lord. Don't do me like that today. I hear bubble coming up. Bubbles coming up through the floor. Through my port. It's got them holes in the floor. Scupper, they call it. So you can fill this thing full of water, it won't sink. It's self-draining. I never knew they made them and things like that with self-draining kayaks to where they don't sink. But that's where they make these fishing kayaks. Them other ones you sit down in and run the rapids, they don't do that. They'll sink on you. Let me get out here where it's going to push me. Yeah, that sun's shining on the other side over there. That's so pretty over there. I don't know. The people, I didn't know it till I read it. This Uwharrie forest, these mountains up here, they're wearing down. They're the oldest mountains in the United States. They're like 800 million years old, and they're so old, and the rock is like I forget what they call that rock. Dadgummit, it slips my mind. It's a soft rock, and they read about it, but I didn't know they were older than the Blue Ridge Parkway. They're older than the ones out west, Rocky Mountains. I didn't realize it. And I guess that's why they're not very tall. They wore down. They're so old. It's God, what do you call that soft rock? Sandstone. Probably sandstone's what it is. It's soft. Whew, see that wind? I didn't bring my cage out here. Oh, it's pushing me now. How fast I'm moving without even paddling. I'm paddling, but I gotta stay straight. Look at them, got their hammock set up over there so they can lay there last night and watch that beautiful sunset from that hammock. Ain't that pretty? That'd be pretty. Goose, whatever that thing is, crane. I guess that's what they call them. They're all over the place out here in this grass. Let me get on up here and let it push me slow. Oh man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. There we go, now we're rolling. I'll throw my crankbait out here about 20 feet, let it troll behind me with this out here. I got another pole out here with me. I got a crankbait on it. It's got a little silver and blue shad. It's spinning me in circles. Wow. I paddled against, when I first come out here, I paddled against this. It was worse than this to get where I not much further down is where I was docked at. I was docking right in front of me there. Them boys was fishing last night and had a catfish rig stowed out there where I was going to dock, so I went and parked down the couple campsites. I'm gonna turn it. Let's see what you see. Yeah, it's limestone. That's it. Limestone, sandstone, whatever it is. It's very soft. I Googled it, and I just didn't realize it. Ooh, that wind. Awful out here. Bam, perfect shot. Perfect shot. On the edge of that grass. Man, something ought to come out and get this thing. I need to go eat me some breakfast before I go to the other side over there. I forgot my eggs and I went this morning. Place opens up at 6. Actually 5:30, I got there at 6. And I bought some eggs, and some of the bitches were $4.50 for a dozen eggs. I said, damn, that's what they was 6 months ago. I went ahead and got them. But I'm gonna go fix me a couple eggs. And ooh, the wind's blowing. Blew my lure back. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this rod up behind me here. I can lay it there. I'm gonna click this slide off, and Harold, and then I'm gonna go get me some breakfast. I'm gonna go get me some breakfast and then come back. I appreciate you joining me and hanging out with me. And 2 people. But I'll be back on here a little bit, and I'll get me some breakfast. And thanks again for watching. Have a good day.